Dan Redfern smashed the first 100 of the LV County Championship season, the first of his career too, as his Derbyshire side had the better of the opening day of their match with Northamptonshire in Derby. David Sales, deputising for the injured Andrew Hall, won the toss and decided to have a bowl, but Chaminda Vars was for once unable to make the most of useful conditions. Martin Guptill was soon on his way, striking this early 6 in an opening stand of 18. His contribution to that was 15, but he then turned a delivery from Jack Brooks to Kyle Kurtzer at square leg. That was the breakthrough that the visitors were after, and they soon added to it with the wicket of the new Derbyshire captain Wayne Madsen, who'd made just a single when he played a ball from Lee Daggett back onto his stumps. As our camera began to warm up, so did the visiting team. Paul Borrington nicked Brooks, bowling with a stiff breeze behind him, to Alex Wakely to go for 1, to leave Derbyshire in trouble on 21 for 3. Wes Durston tried to lead the recovery as he shed in a stand of 29 for the 4th wicket, his contribution being 17, but Brooks soon struck for a 3rd time to have Durston plumb in front. At 50 for 4, Derbyshire was still in a spot of bother, but they were soon out of it thanks to an inspirational partnership between Redfern and Russ Whiteley. Redfern got the ball rolling with some thumping shots, and that took him to the 16th half-century of his first-class career. The manner in which he reached it may have been more suited to a village green, but it was a fine and important knock nonetheless, his 50 coming off just 55 balls with his 7th 4. As the cold once more started to take care of our technology, Whiteley enjoyed a moment of fortune. But he then settled in as the two batsmen began to take the attack back to the bowlers. Redfern was by now growing in confidence as this more than useful partnership began to develop nicely. The 21-year-old was quickly onto anything loose that was offered as he continued to move through the numbers up and towards the nervous ones. Whiteley has shown before that he can strike a mean ball, and as he settled in, the shots came out, especially off the off-spin of James Middlebrook. The second of his maximums took him to an excellent 50, the 5th time he's got there in 23 first-class knocks. This one had occupied 85 balls. This was Redfern's 77th first-class innings, and he'd never made a ton before, his best being 99. This time he'd made 88 when he had a life after nicking Middlebrook behind. And shortly afterwards, having wasted no time at all in the 90s, the moment he's been waiting for so long duly arrived off his 126th delivery with a 3 through square leg. It was a classy knock from the left-hander, and his celebrations were much deserved once Whiteley had got home at the other end. Redfern will have been disappointed not to have gone on for much longer. Instead, he drove at David Willey and was bowled for 110 to bring an end to a crucial partnership of 160 made in 39 overs with Whiteley. Whiteley himself followed just after tea, by which time David Wainwright's first knock for his new county had ended on 11. Whiteley had made a cultured 83 when he flashed at a delivery from Brooks and edged to Wakely, leaving Derbyshire on 252 for 7. To their credit, the Northamptonshire attack kept plugging away. Willey removed Tony Palladino's off stump before Tom Poynter nicked the same bowler to Wakely at slip. And the innings was ended by Brooks. Tim Gurneval throwing the kitchen sink at a wide ball to give Brooks figures of 5 for 61 from his 19.5 overs. Derbyshire had been dismissed for 286. Not a bad effort at all from 50 for 4, and their day soon got even better. Palladino, who broke his jaw 3 weeks ago, removed Rob Newton for a duck before Stephen Peters turned this ball from Gurneval straight to Wainwright at mid-wicket. And the Northamptonshire innings was soon in tatters when Kurtzer offered Gurneval a sharp return catch, which he did ever so well to bag. Sales and Wakely survived the remaining overs to see their side to the close on 28 for 3, but that means that they will resume on the second day with much work still to do, trailing on first innings by 258 runs.